Get ready for the next battle.
Son Goku versus Yusuke Urameshi. Let's get it. Okay, so first we're gonna do some power scaling. I'm big on feats. Show me the feats. Not those feet, character feats. Fuck it. Frieza casually blew up Planet Vegeta in his first form, no effort involved. And Goku's stronger than him. So that alone is enough, right? But let's continue. Then Goku deduced that Frieza only used 50% of his final form to blow up Namek. Once again, Goku is stronger than that. 2.5 times stronger. So Goku's power level from the official DBZ guidebook is 150 million. And divide that by the power level of Frieza, who gave us the first planet busting feat, and Goku is 300 times planet busting level. So inherently, not only is Goku a planet buster, but planetary plus in terms of raw power. Now with Yusuke it's a bit more difficult. Hakusho never explicitly showcased power levels the way DBZ did, so it ends up coming out extremely vague or ambiguous in terms of scaling. In Hakusho we have lower S class and upper S class. Yusuke finishing in the upper tier. Why? Because Yomi himself was upper S class, and Yusuke was able to fight him for 60 hours straight. You don't fight somebody for 60 hours if y'all aren't around the same level. You just don't. And then when Yusuke started to fight back, the anime even showcased them trading equal blows over and over again, implying that they aren't too far apart in power. If that wasn't enough, Genkai stated verbatim that if Yusuke wanted to obliterate the planet, he could, and there's nothing she could do to stop him. Not desolate, not devastate, obliterate. Exodia! Obliterate! And this was before the end of the series, where he's 50 times stronger than he was then. Where does this 50 come from? So the next thing I had to do was some power leveling based on the small amount of context we do have. I'm not gonna dwell on it that long because that's not what this video is about, and I plan to make a discussion about it in the future anyway. So the lowest S class we know of on record is Raizen's second in command, Hakushin, who is 36k. But we need to go lower than that. We'll say since we was the lowest S class human at about 25k. Since we also said that Yusuke's power far exceeded his own. But Yusuke wasn't stronger than Hakushin at the time, so we'll throw Yusuke in the middle at about 30k. However, we do know Yomi's power level, coming in at 1.5 million. So we take that 1.5 million, divide that by 30k, and he's 51 times stronger after she already said he could blow up the planet at that time. So now we know that they're both at least planetary plus. Next we have speed. This is the hard one. First thing I want to get into is that combat speed and travel speed are not the same. How is Yusuke X amount of speed if he can't catch a human on foot? How is Goku X amount of speed when he only went so fast on Snake Way? Let's look at Yusuke and Sniper. The entire concept of Sniper's character is that he's able to take various objects and fire them at bullet speed. The average bullet is 1700 miles per hour. A lot of different variables involved: the gun, the bullet itself, air pressure, temperature, so on and so forth. Speed of sound is about 760 miles per hour. So since he caught these bullets and at point blank range, automatically he can be no less than Mach 2 speed, which is supersonic, and this isn't even the end of the series where he's faster than that. Based on the exponential gaps between classes and the fact that Sensui was an S class human at 25k, we factor in that Yusuke was an A class at the time and get approximately 10k. Knowing that Yusuke was around Yomi's level at the end of the series, we take Yusuke's 1.5 million and divide it by Yusuke's 10k and get 155. EOS Yusuke is about 155 times faster than he is now. Then we take that 155 and multiply it by his speed at the time, 1700 miles per hour, and we get around 263,000 miles per hour, which is Mach 343, or massively hypersonic speed. Furthermore, Yusuke was able to speed blitz 43 demons simultaneously into space while he was warming up. He was warming up! Fodder demons, but highly likely that they were A-class minimum. This was also before he reached his maximum potential. With Goku, there's inconsistencies in his speed level. After Shenron is done with the wish, he disperses the Dragon Balls across the planet at what appears to be the speed of light. Goku was able to snatch the 4-star ball the moment it happened, and Goku was able to do that when he was 12. He's 24 now. In 12 years, I highly doubt he's gotten any slower. We can use the old Piccolo moon theory, and this is just assuming that their beams have the same properties as natural light, because it wouldn't be the same if it was artificial, where he blew up the moon in an instant and how it takes 1.3 seconds for light to travel to Earth from the moon, but Piccolo blew it up in a second. Yeah, that's impressive, but Roshi did the exact same thing in Part 1 Dragon Ball, and he's human, fam. This would not only mean that Roshi is speed of light, but anyone else that reacts to him is also. For example, Goku reacting to him during that same tournament. That's absurd. On top of that, if Dragon Ball's moon is equivalent to our moon like it should be, then the moon is literally 1/4 of the Earth. Roshi's destructive power is equivalent to blowing off 1/4 of the Earth. That's fucking ridiculous. Okay, well that doesn't make sense. If Goku's already speed of light, why is he doing lightning training for Popo? Though this is definitely filler, it accurately represents the speed Goku should be in terms of continuity. It's the same as Roshi blowing up a moon. How is that accurate when you have people like Krillin in Dragon Ball Z who are stronger than him, but he could hardly blow up what's in front of his face, let alone a moon? I think you guys can see where I'm going with this. By this time in Dragon Ball Part 1, Goku was already the same speed as EOS Yusuke, and it only gets worse from here. So personally, I believe that each training session that Goku has moves him up a tier in speed, and the next session after Kami is King Kai. If Goku was massively hypersonic before he started, and Goku had to catch Bubbles, that's reactionary speed. So Bubbles would have to be massively hypersonic plus. And it's not a far stretch considering that King Kai made the Z Fighters train with Bubbles after they died. And Goku is now massively hypersonic plus at this point. Going on to the next session, the trip to Namek. Despite disbelief, each time a Saiyan overcomes death, they get an increase in power, the Zenkai boost, not just from fighting. And even though Vegeta says that the process can't be self-inflicted, we have another direct contradiction of that when Goku does the bended Kamehameha on himself as a part of his training. Going back to Yajirobe, he said that Korin gave him 7 sensu beans. Goku used 1 at the time. Now he has 6. Fast forward to Namek. He uses his remaining 3 on Krillin, Gohan, and Vegeta, which would mean he had a minimum of 3 Zenkai boosts while he was training. He trained until he was near self-destruction and then healed with the sensu bean. This doesn't even include the Zenkai boost he got from fighting Vegeta, healing up after he flew from King Kai's place, and healing in the medical chamber after Ginyu damaged his body. That's 6 Zenkai boosts before he fights Frieza. This is one of the reasons that he couldn't possibly be speed of light in the Saiyan saga. If he was already speed of light, that would also contradict his entire training because he's already speed of light. What is there to train if you're already at that speed in the context of Dragon Ball Z? And one of the first things he did the moment he got done training was test his speed. He threw a pass to himself. Now, one thing about Dragon Ball is that it's pretty specific. On their way to Namek, Bulma and Krillin never stopped and said, "Oh, Namek looks so big compared to our planet." Neither did Goku for that matter, and he literally stood in the window waiting to get the Namek. Bulma, someone who hasn't had any type of training throughout the entirety of Dragon Ball, was able to walk around with no problem, never said a thing, never pointed out any differences. So I assume it's Earth's equivalent, and there's no data books that I know of that says otherwise. So now Namek is equal to Earth. We also know that Goku reached the other side of Namek in a second. So we take the circumference of Earth and divide it by 2, and we get 12,500 miles. Convert that to miles per hour and you get about 45 million miles per hour, making it equal to 7% of the speed of light, which falls in sub-relativistic plus speed. Now he's sub-relativistic plus on Namek. Then we have the Super Saiyan multiplier, which is 50 times base, and multiply 50 times that 45 million and it comes out to 2.25 billion miles per hour. Divide that by the speed of light and it ends up being 3 times over. So Goku in Super Saiyan form is no less than 3 times faster than the speed of light, and this is a mid-range calculation. Endurance. Now this isn't much of a call to his speed as it is his endurance. Snake Way is 621,000 miles in the manga. Goku ran Snake Way for 6 months straight, taking breaks of course, but the fact still remains that he ran for half a year straight. If that wasn't already impressive physically, then mentally any normal person would have went insane. And then he proceeds to train with King Kai and 10 times gravity on top of knowing people are about to eradicate his planet in the back of his mind. That's not even the crazy part. The crazy part is he flew back the same distance in 30 hours. He's able to tank direct hits from the strongest character in the series at the time. He survived drinking the ultimate water of the gods from Korin, which is literally a test of perseverance and tenacity. In a very similar fashion, Yusuke also did the exact same thing by harnessing Genkai's spirit orb, testing his physical and mental fortitude. As a low S class, Yusuke ran for 5 days straight at full speed through Demon World, not breaking a sweat. He also, like I said before, had a 60-hour fight with one of the strongest characters in the series. So, the conclusion. So by this logic, it's not even a fight. Speed blitz. Goku would speed blitz the fuck out of Yusuke. Yusuke can't even perceive Goku's attack, let alone react to them. Y'all ever seen a Hiei fight? The man literally walks into the ring, then walks out. Aren't you gonna fight him? I already fought him. Then you just like see the guy fall into pieces. I'm gonna have to go with Goku, of course. It's a scrape. This is a mismatch. Goku is written to be this all supreme being. Yusuke isn't even written that way at all. He just happened to become really strong in the process. These are two of my all-time favorite characters, so no matter who wins, I still lose. If I can take that hit, everybody else should be able to. Usually, people use the context based on their own research and make a unanimous decision for everybody else, but I'm gonna do it a little different. Make sure you get in on this. There's gonna be a poll on the video. Hit the little I in the right hand corner on desktop and mobile, vote, let it marinate, and come back, and then the community will decide who they think the winner is based on the video. That way, if y'all don't like the results, y'all can slit each other's throats instead of mine. I'm joking. Kinda. I'd like to thank WolfX for the suggestion. This is just one of the many things I've been meaning to start on the channel, and this pretty much helped me expedite the process. I'm still working on my analysis and my other content also. Okay, so matchup's over. We've reached our conclusion. The second part of this video is strictly hypothetical. Now, hypothetically, say we try to get Yusuke and Goku around the same level. Lastly is strategy and technique. This is what it really boils down to. Goku has a plethora of techniques in his arsenal in comparison to Yusuke, who only has variations of the Spirit Gun and Spirit Wave, but Spirit Wave does have healing properties. When Goku hits Super Saiyan 1, he gets extremely pompous. By the end of the series, Yusuke wasn't arrogant, but satisfied with how far he's progressed, even if it wasn't enough. So just the fact that Yusuke humbles himself alone gives him an advantage in that department. Goku is around 24 in the Namek arc, while EOS Yusuke is only 18. Now, by no means does that make Goku a better fighter, but that's 6 more years of existing that Yusuke doesn't have. 6 more years of life experience, practice. Goku has more trainers. He had Popo, Korn, Kami, King Kai, Roshi, with one of them literally being God. Yusuke had Genkai and Hakushin. That was it. If Goku fights the way he's supposed to, he's going to start off a bit like Kurama, because that's one of the things that Korn taught him. Be careful, pay attention to the opponent's movements. He's going to contend in a passive manner in order to gauge his opponent. Yusuke does not do this. He has a very head first then adapt type fighting style. And when I say he adapts, he adapts. I mean, look at his fight with Sniper. When all the odds were against him, he meticulously planned out everything he did. Then with Yusuke fighting Yomi for 60 hours, his durability and endurance is through the roof. Goku doesn't have any feats for a fight this long, especially at this point in the series. His fight with Frieza was only 5 minutes long. So with this in mind, we have to take Goku back to Saiyan Saga. Now, I don't really have a problem with the idea of Goku and Vegeta planet busting in the Saiyan Saga. Vegeta even said he could himself. My only thing about that is, not too long before this, Raditz was saying it would take him, Vegeta, and Nappa a month to devastate the planet. That doesn't make sense. And it's impossible to argue the fact because Vegeta didn't learn how to conceal his power until he got to Earth. And by that time, Raditz was already dead. To me, I've always felt that Saiyan Saga was planet devastation at best anyway. If we're going by that, once again, it's a scrape. Goku isn't speed of light anymore. He isn't planet busting anymore. And Yusuke is 50 times planet busting level. Yusuke tanks easy. Even if Goku managed to put a scratch on him, Yusuke can heal. So even if Goku could beat Yusuke, could he? All Yusuke would have to do is repeatedly heal himself while Goku drains his energy, so then Goku would be forced to come up with the one shot somewhere down the line. But it's too late. Goku has expended too much power and now he's exhausted. So he's extremely fatigued and has to count on hitting Yusuke with this one shot for the kill. And there's no instance in the manga showcasing Yusuke ever getting one-shotted, even against his toughest adversaries. I take that back. The guy in episode 1 who ran Yusuke over, he definitely one-shotted him for sure. So today I learned the guy driving in episode 1 can solo the Hakusho verse. So as you can see, there's no way to get these characters on a level playing field. If I take one character to a different arc, then it just tips the scale in the opposition's favor. That about wraps it up. If you enjoyed the video, please like it up so we can get this trending. Feel free to add information as you see fit, and let me know what you guys think about it. It's your boy Saya. I'm out.